Good morning or good afternoon, Pasco Scholars. This is Mrs. Day. I am the math coach over at James Marlowe Elementary School, and I'm going to be facilitating your learning today for Module 7, Lesson 10. What on earth are we going to do today? Let's find out. Our learning goal is I can solve multi-step word problems. Woo, woo, I'm so excited. Word problems, as much as some people are like cringing because we're doing word problems are a lot more fun than you think. Let's check it out. So we're going to use all that knowledge that you guys have been learning in the previous lessons, and we're going to put them in word problems. Let's go. All right, let's talk about the materials you need first. You will need, if you have your Eureka Learn book, please go ahead and pull that out. You will need that at the end. It'll be Lesson 10 problem set. I don't have a page number. I apologize as I don't have a student book, but this is what it's going to look like. Lesson 10 problem set 4, so for 4th grade. The dot and the 7 is for Module 7. So you'll make sure that these are there. But if you don't have your Eureka Learn book, that is perfectly fine. And even if you do have your Eureka Learn book, I would love for you to have paper or a math journal so you can take notes and you can solve your problems right in there if you so choose. Also, make sure we have a writing utensil. That is also important. And that mathematical brain and that growth mindset that we can do it. Pause the video, and when you have that, please go ahead and hit play, and we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Great job, guys. Let's go ahead and look at our very first word problem. Let's just jump right in. When we do word problems, you should be doing that read, draw, write process in your classroom. So this should not be strange to you. So the first thing we're going to do is what? That R in read, draw, write is reading. Let's go ahead and read our word problem to see what the gist of our word problem is all about. To make punch, Julia poured 1 quart, 3 cups of ginger ale into a bowl and then added twice as much fruit juice. How much punch did she make in all? Wow, that's some information to be putting there. I did put the picture of the reference sheet, so if we forgot how much quarts and cups and those types of things are, we do have that picture to help us. So in order to attack this word problem, I now know that Julia is going to go ahead and make some punch. She added some ginger ale, she added some fruit juice, and I need to know I need to know all the ingredients that she put together. So let's take this chunk by chunk and start drawing the D part in read, draw, write, a picture to help me analyze and get the real understanding of this word problem. To make punch, Julia poured 1 quart, 3 cups of ginger ale. Oh, well, that gives us a lot of information. That gives me a piece of information, so I want to go ahead and stop. Even though it's not the end of the sentence, I'm going to stop because that's a chunk of learning that I can draw. Julia poured 1 quart, 3 cups of ginger ale. So I'm going to make sure my pen is on. Okay, so we're going to have ginger ale, so GA for ginger ale, and I'm going to draw my tape diagram to represent, and how much ginger ale did she use? And I'm going to put it inside today. 1 quart, 3 cups, okay, into a bowl. So there's our bowl, we put it in there. Then she added twice as much fruit juice. Oh. So she added twice as much fruit juice. Okay. Well, I need to do fruit juice. So she did the same amount. So she did it once, but it's telling us she did it twice. So here's the one time she poured it in. And now I need her to pour it in one more time. And now that's the twice. That's the 2 times. So I'm going to reread my sentence. Make sure my picture matches my sentence. Julia poured 1 quart, 3 cups of ginger ale into a bowl and added twice as much fruit juice. So here's my fruit juice. There's 1 and there's 2. So I have all of those that match. Now let's read our question. How much punch did she make in all? So I want to know together, how much punch did she make? What would I need to do in order to solve this question? Absolutely, I need to add them together. So I need to add 1 quart, 3 cups, plus 1 quart, 3 cups, plus 1 quart, 3 cups. When I do that, I want to make sure that I am adding my like units. So I want to add 3 cups plus 3 cups, which is 6 cups. Okay, so 6 cups. Now I want to add 1 quart plus 1 quart is 2 quarts plus 1 quart is 3 quarts. So altogether, she has 3 quarts and 6 cups. Could we leave it as that? We could, but could you see it in a different way? Maybe. Do I have enough cups to make another quart? So how many cups make a quart? Well, up here, it doesn't tell us exactly. It doesn't say 1 quart equals blank cups, does it? It does tell us that 2 quarts, or 1 quart equals 2 pints. Okay. 1 pint equals 2 cups. So I could say this 6 cups, let's break it up into pints. See how many pints we have. So 2 cups equals 1 pint. So 1 pint would be 2 cups. 2 cups equals 1 pint. So I've used 4 cups. 2 cups equals 1 pint. All right, so I've decomposed my 6 cups into 3 pints. How many pints can make a quart? These 2 pints together can equal 1 quart. So I could add 1 quart to my 3 quarts, and I would have 4 quarts. And how much left? How many cups would I have left? I have 2 more cups left. 4 quarts and 2 cups. So how much punch did she make in all? She made 4 quarts and 4 quarts, 2 cups of punch. That's not the only way you can solve that problem, but that's the way Mrs. Day likes to solve with the pictures because it helps me digest what is going on in our story. If you need to pause and retake notes, or if you have questions, you can contact your teacher on this problem. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to the next word problem. Ooh, here we go. Patty went swimming for 1 hour, 15 minutes on Monday. On Tuesday, she swam twice as long as she swam on Monday. On Wednesday, she swam 50 minutes less than the time she swam on Tuesday. How much time did she spend swimming during the last 3-day period? Oh, I know a lot of my kids at school would have been like, oh, this is way too much information, Mrs. Day. There's no way. I just can't do it. But we can do it. We're going to do it just one chunk at a time. If we can do one chunk at a time, then we can absolutely draw ourselves a picture to help us make this easier. So let's take it. Let's go outside our box. Let's keep going on our journey here together today, and let's take it one step at a time. Let's do this. Patty went swimming for 1 hour and 15 minutes on Monday. Can I draw something? I absolutely can, right? Here's my Monday. And I'm going to draw, probably shouldn't make it that big, but I just did. It's okay. 1 hour, 15 minutes. That's Monday. Did we have a picture? Were you successful? Give yourself a pat on the back. Great job. Now let's take the next chunk. Tuesday. Oop, I can do Tuesday. Oops, didn't mean to move the screen on us. All right, on Tuesday, she swam twice as long as she swam on Monday. I know you guys can do that. Show twice as long as on Tuesday. Pause your video, do that, and then restart. Great job, guys. I know that you guys would have done. Here's the one. But I know that twice means two. So here's the one piece. And now she swam twice as long. So we're going to do this, which looks a little bit off, but that's okay. We're going to label it and we're going to pretend they're equal. So there's my second piece. Did you get Tuesday down? Amazing. All right, on Wednesday. Okay, we can do this. We got Monday and Tuesday. We can figure out Wednesday. She swam 50 minutes less than the time she swam on Tuesday. All right, well, we don't care about Monday right now. We care about Tuesday. So we're comparing it to Tuesday. Is that going to be a shorter tape diagram or a longer tape diagram? Absolutely. It's going to be a shorter because it says 50 minutes less than. So we are going to, if I swam less amount of time, I didn't swim all of it. I'm going to swim just about here. And then I'm going to dot this missing piece. And I'm going to put a 50 in it. Minutes. So I know that this missing piece here from the total on Tuesday is 50 minutes that I'm going to need for Wednesday, or less than I did on Wednesday. And now I want to know the total amount of time, not just for there to there, there to there. How much time did she swim in that 3-day time period? So Mrs. Day has a small problem. There's way too much picture and not a whole lot of room to do some math. So we're going to have to get creative here, guys. So please pause. Make sure you have this tape diagram picture there, because we may have to erase parts of it in a minute. All right, let's see how I can do here. Well, we know we have to add all of these up. So we know that Monday and Tuesday, we can say that I wrote 5 minutes. Sorry about that. That's supposed to be 15. I'm sure you guys would have been yelling at me if you could. Or you may have been at the screen. But not 5 minutes, 15 minutes, silly. I know that these three are the same. And we know that she ran that. How much total did she run by Tuesday first? Let's see if we can figure that out. 1 hour and 15 minutes and 1 hour and 15 minutes. Add those together and what do we get? So we're going to put that total right here to say that it's 15 minutes and 15 minutes is 30 minutes. Perfect. 1 hour and 1 hour is 2 hours. Kiss your brain. So Tuesday, she swam for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I need to know how much did she swim on Wednesday. Well, she swam 2 hours, 30 minutes on Tuesday, but she did 50 minutes less on Wednesday. So now what do I need to do? Yes, I need to subtract. So we're going to get a little creative here. We're going to do it right here. 2 hours, 30 minutes minus the 50 minutes. I have 30 minutes. Can I subtract 50 minutes? No, I need to decompose this 1 hour into 1 hour. And how many minutes are in an hour? 60 minutes. So I'm going to rewrite my subtraction sentence to look like this. 1 hour, 60 minutes in my 30 minutes is 90 minutes. It's the same amount of time, it just looks different because sometimes we have to have other names. And I'm still going to subtract that 50 minutes. How much time did she swim on Wednesday? Now I have 90 minutes, subtract 50 minutes. What do I get? I know you're all telling me 40 minutes. You guys are So smart. So yes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, and I don't have another hour, so that hour is going to stay. So she swam 1 hour and 40 minutes on Wednesday. So how else do I need to do? What else do I need to do to solve this problem? Do I have all the information I need? Everything looks filled in and everything looks labeled. I bet you we can. What's it say? How much time did she spend swimming during that 3-day period? Well, Monday she spent 1 hour, 15 minutes. On Tuesday she spent 2 hours, 30 minutes. And on Wednesday she spent 1 hour, 40 minutes. Do I need to add this 50 minutes? No, we do not, because that is not what we swam. That's how we had to use, what we needed to use in order to figure out how much she swam on Wednesday. So these are the 3 times that we need to be able to do what? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Yep, we need to add those all together. Let's go ahead and start with our minutes. How many minutes is all of that? We have 15 plus 30 plus 40. 15 plus 30 is, well, let's do 5 ones plus 0 ones plus 0 one is 5 ones. 1 10 plus 3 tens is 4 tens, plus another 4 tens is 8 tens. That's 85 minutes. 1 hour plus 2 hours plus 1 hour is 4 hours. So she swam for 4 hours and 85 minutes. Can we convert that can we convert that to look like something else? Do I have enough minutes to say that she swam another hour? Yes, we do, because I know that 60 minutes is an hour. And if I break this apart, I have 60. What's the other part? 25? Perfect. 60 and 25 becomes that 85. So now I'm going to take the 60 minutes, which now is 1 hour, and make it 5 hours. And how much does she have left in minutes? She has 25 minutes that she swam. So at the very top here, we're going to write Patty swam, except I can't spell all of a sudden, swam 5 hours and 25 minutes. And how many days? In 3 days. Perfect job. We did have enough room. I'm amazed. All right. So that was a lot of work for one problem. But I know this was a tough problem. But that's okay, because we took it chunk by chunk and we were able to digest it. And it really wasn't as hard as we thought it was going to be when we read it, right? Because we took it chunk by chunk and showed that diagram. Once we had that diagram, then we could answer all sorts of different questions. And we were able to solve our problem. Give yourself a kiss to the brain. All right, you need some practice time on your own. Let's go ahead and look at the must-do problems. They are from your problem set from Lesson 10. So Lesson 10 problem set. 4.7 is what it looks like on the top if you have your Eureka Learn book. If you don't have your Eureka Learn book, it's okay, because I've typed out the problems for you. These are the 2 problems I'm going to ask you to go ahead and do. Number 1 says, Paula's time swimming in the Ironman triathlon was 1 hour, 25 minutes. Her time biking was 5 hours longer than her swimming time. She ran 4 hours and 50 minutes. How long did it take her to complete all 3 parts of the race? If you didn't take notes on the last problem that we did, you could rewind and take some notes and see how we solved that problem, and maybe it'll help you solve number 1. Looking at number 2, Nolan put 7 gallons, 3 quarts of gas into his car on Monday, and twice as much on Saturday. What was the total amount of gas put into the car on both days? Again, if you didn't take notes and you want to go back and look at those notes and the diagrams that we used to help you solve these problems, please rewind and look at them and make sure you take notes. Go ahead, pause, solve these two problems, and then when you're done, go ahead and push play, and we're going to go over these problems. Good luck! All right, let's see how you did. Let's go to the first problem. Paula's time swimming in the Ironman triathlon was 1 hour and 25 minutes. Her time biking was 5 hours longer than her swimming time. She ran for 5 hours, 40 minutes. She ran for 4 hours, 50 minutes. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Let's try this all one more time. Paula's time swimming in the Ironman triathlon was 1 hour, 25 minutes. Her time biking was 5 hours longer than her swimming time. She ran for 4 hours, 50 minutes. How long did it take her to complete all 3 parts of the race? All right, well, let's take it chunk by chunk. I'm sure you did, but go ahead and compare your work to my work. See if we come up with the same amount of time. Paula's time swimming was, so S for swimming, I'm not going to make my tape diagrams as large as I did, so I have more room to write. 1 hour, 25 minutes. Her time biking, so B for biking, was 5 hours longer. So I am going to make this a little bit longer here. So this is 1 hour, 25 minutes, and this is 5 hours. So for her total time, her biking was 6 hours, 25 minutes. So that is her total time that she biked, was 5 hours longer than her swimming time. She ran, so now let's get her running time down, for 4 hours, so it's going to be longer than swimming but shorter than biking. 4 hours, 50 minutes. How long did it take her to complete all 3 parts of the race? So I want to know how long it took for all 3 parts. Do I have all the information that I need? I have a swimming time, I have a bike time, and I have a running time. So I absolutely do. So I have 1 hour, 25 minutes. I have a total of 6 hours, 25 minutes. So I am going to just do it that way instead of doing the 2 other parts. And then I have a 4 hour, 50 minutes. I'm going to add them together. 5 plus 5 ones plus 5 ones and 0 ones is 5 ones. 2 tens plus 2 tens is 4 tens, plus 5 tens is 9 tens. So we have 95 minutes. Ooh, I know I can make an hour out of that, but I'm going to do that in a minute. 1 hour plus 6 hours is 7 hours, plus 4 hours is 11 hours. Or I could have said 6 plus 4 is that 10 plus the 1 is 11 hours. I know that 60 minutes go into an hour equals 1 hour. If I take 60 minutes from that 95 minutes, I have 35 minutes left. So that's going to be my other part. I am now going to add these 2 people together. So I now have a total of 12 hours. And I can't forget about my other part here, and 35 minutes. So Paula's Ironman triathlon time was 12 hours and 35 minutes. How'd you do? I'm sure you did great. Let's look at number 2. If you have questions about this problem, please make sure you reach out to your teacher in order to be able to understand what this the process is, and that you have to solve any of the problems that you have. All right, let's look at number 2 that I assigned you today. Nolan put 7 gallons, 3 quarts of gas into his car on Monday and twice as much on Saturday. What was the total amount of gas put into the car on both days? All right, well, let's start again and go with Nolan put 7 gallons, 3 quarts of gas into his car on Monday. Oops, let's go ahead and make sure I can see it. So Monday, he put 7 gallons, 3 quarts, okay? On Saturday, not Tuesday, on Saturday, and twice as much on Saturday. So he did it not once, but I'm going to show once. He didn't do it just one time. He did it twice, which is 2 times. All right. So here's his 2 times on Saturday, because it's twice as much as Monday. What is the total amount of gas he put in both days? So I want to know the total. I could just do one. I could just show all 3. I could add all 3 of these up together. How many quarts? I put the quart, but I didn't put the number. 3 quarts. There it goes. I could add those 3 up. I could add up these 2 and then this one. That doesn't matter how you want to attack the addition part. I'm just going to do 7 gallons, 3 quart, 7 gallons, 3 quarts, 7 gallons, 3 quarts. I'm going to add those together. 3, 6, 9. So there's 9 quarts, and I'm sure I can make that into a gallon or so, but let's find out in a minute. 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 7 is 21 gallons. All right. How many quarts are in a gallon? I think I heard you all say 4, and I do believe that you are correct, but let's go ahead and double check our reference sheet here. And you are right, 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So now let's go back to our problem. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So if I take out 4 quarts here, how many quarts do I have left? I have 5 quarts. So can I take another gallon out? I could. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. And that will now leave me with 1 quart, because 4 quarts and 4 quarts is 8 quarts, plus 1 more is 9. So I have 2 gallons here that I need to add to the 21 gallons that I already have. So that leaves me with 23 gallons. And how many quarts is left? Because I took care of this one and I took care of this one. I have 1 quart left. So how much gas did Nolan put both days? Nolan put 23 gallons, 1 quart of gas in his car both days. And I'm sure you could have made a shorter sentence. But there you have it, folks. See, when you take your problems and go ahead and do it chunk by chunk, it makes it a little bit easier, and then just instead of taking the whole thing at once. You're going to get more practice with this in lesson 11 as we have the same learning goal, and we're going to go ahead and do some more problems, word problems in lesson 11. If you have any questions, please make sure you're contacting your teacher. So what's next? You killed it today. You're going to celebrate your learning. Let's do a round of applause. And for the next 20 to 30 minutes, please go ahead and go on Zearn so you make sure that you're getting your fluency and honing in on those skills. Great job today. Congratulations. I'll see you next time.